welcome to Kenyatta Hobbies. I'm Kenyatta. Welcome to my channel. Today is Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. I had a busy weekend. I had my grandboys over. My son, oldest son, is a member of the group, local group called Forecast. One of the members sings backup for Babyface, and he got married this weekend. So the wedding was a whole weekend thing, and so I had the boys all weekend. Man, I ain't getting nothing done all weekend. I did try to do some knitting yesterday, but I couldn't understand the pattern. I was gonna cast on for the Gabby sweater for my granddaughter, but I couldn't understand the pattern. I I reached out to the creator of the pattern, asked her because she told her that I couldn't understand row 3, but she hasn't reached out to me yet. So hopefully she'll reach out to me, help explain to me. If not, I'm gonna see if I can reach out to somebody else I know who knits and see if they can explain it to me, because I don't understand what it says. But I did get 2 orders. One was a pattern, a dishcloth pattern, and the other one was for a cat ear beanie. But it's a really cool order because it's for a cat ear beanie, but it's customized to look like, inspired by a Cheshire cat colors from Alice in Wonderland. And the buyer said that it's for a costume for a rage party. I've never been to a rage party, so I don't really know what that means. But it's cool because it's inspired by a Cheshire cat. So I'm using loops and threads. This is the color Lippy, and this is the color Grape Punch. And this is what I've gotten so far. I don't know. It looks like it's kind of shrinking. I did the measurements right. We'll see. We'll see. I don't mind doing it over if it ain't coming out right. But I'm following. The person I got this pattern from changed her pattern. And I'm following the new pattern. She updated it. I'm following the new way. So, you know, I'm trusting the process. I'm trusting the process. So, you know, this is what I got so far. This, and it's gonna fold over, and you're going to crochet up one end and crochet up. Hold on, which way I'm going? Okay, I'm gonna crochet up and then crochet up. You know, I'm gonna close off a side and close off a top. But yeah, these are the colors. But I'm thinking this is a different purple than I used to get. I could have swore the color that I used to get is called something else. It's a pretty purple. What's that vegetable? I think it's a vegetable. It's a purple vegetable. But it was called that. I made it before, fried it. It was really good. But yeah. But I'm using this, and that is it. What I got going on now. I finished the book Elfie. Listened to it on audio, narrated by Cynthia Erivo. Um, it's about Elphaba when she was younger. It was okay. Gave you a little insight before she started school. It's a lot different than if you just watch the musical. I've never seen the actual musical live, so I don't know what that was like. But if you just watch the musical, it's way different than the book. That's way different than the book. Um, but if you read the book, Elfie ties in with the book. So if you want to read Elfie, you need to read Elfie, then read Wicked after that, so you will understand where Elfie is going. So, and I'm also listening to Libby, so that's on Audible. On Libby, I'm listening to I finished that, and on Audible, I'm listening to Prisoner Azkaban, Harry Potter Prisoner Azkaban, the full cast. And on Libby, I'm listening to Return of the King, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. So, and on the physical book, I'm still listening to, I'm reading Reunion by Karen Kingsbury from the Redemption series. So, those are the books I'm reading right now. And I been watching on over the weekend. I watched a lot of movies. I've been watching a lot of movies on Tubi because they had some movies going off of there. I was so happy I was scrolling Tubi and I found Gidget. Oh, that brought back my childhood because me and my mom used to watch those movies when I was younger. I love Gidget. I watched the original Gidget with Sandra Dee. I watched the second one, Gidget Goes to Hawaii. I watched Star Trek 1, 2, and 3. I didn't know there was a 3. Now these are the ones with the newer cast, not the original Mr. Spock and Captain Kirk. These are the recast versions. But I didn't know there was a part 3. And I didn't know Ambassador Spock, the original actor who played Mr. Spock, passed away. I didn't know that until I watched that movie. That's so sad. I didn't know that. What else did I watch? I watched King Arthur. I think it's King Arthur with the guy who played Jax Teller from I forgot what that show's called, but I love that show. But if you know that show with the bikes, the motorcycles, you know what I'm talking about. That was good. I watched last night on Amazon. I think War of the Worlds. I think that's what it's called, with Ice Cube. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was okay. What else? What else did I watch? I started watching Young Sherlock Holmes. It was okay. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it, but it was okay. I think that's it. I think that's about it. Yeah, Gidget was the one I was the most excited about. Yeah, Gidget. And I didn't realize that Sandra Dee was the one they were singing about in Greece. Look at me, I'm Sandra Dee. I didn't realize that was her, but now that I put it together, it makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, I was telling my mom after I watched, I was like, guess what I found on Tubi? Gidget. Yeah, she introduced me to Gidget when I was younger. So, but yeah, I'll call y'all back. Okay, y'all. So, if y'all recognize this get up, I just finished filling my tea time. I'm in the same area. I also just got back from Michael's. I worked on my order, the cat ear beanie inspired by the Cheshire cat. This is what I did yesterday. I restarted this because remember when I said the purple, I was unsure about the purple, and I was correct. I checked by Beetlejuice, sandworm inspired a scarf pattern, because in that pattern I wrote down what color yarn I use. I use the Loops and Thread Impeccable yarn and eggplant. When I went to buy eggplant at Michael's, when I wanted to replenish, I didn't realize there were two different purples, and so I just picked up the purple I saw, and I didn't realize that I picked up a different purple, and this is grape. That's why I didn't recognize. That's why the name sounded different, because I had purchased eggplant and not grape. But I looked in my stash, and I had a little cake of some leftover of a different purple that was eggplant. So I started this earlier when I was babysitting. This is how far I got. This is the new one. And you can see there's a difference. And I do like how vibrant this purple is. It's just not the purple that I had advertised in that photo, and I want to give the buyer what they asked for. So I restarted it in the purple that they asked for. And I went to Michael's today to pick up some more, because all I had was that little cake. And so I found eggplants, and this is the difference between grape and eggplants. So there we go. So now I can finish this cat ear beanie, and I did extend it. I was a few inches short because this one was a little short, so I did extend this a little longer. So I'm happy with how that's going now. Move my tea over. I did finish this dragon head dice bag. Well, not finished, because I still got to get my paracord and toggles, but I did do the crochet and the sewing on the parts. So I just got to get the paracord and toggle for this one. I got a this in here holding that together, and this is from Heather from Strings and Threads, Fantastic Fantasy Dice Bags Crochet Patterns. She has a more updated book, and I will link that book in the description box below. Yes, this pattern is also on Etsy, and I will link that below as well. But this is from Heather, and I will link her channel below as well, Strings and Threads. This is from her. It's her pattern. I also stopped by Dollar Tree to pick up, well, I stopped by there to get one thing, and I ended up leaving with two. I picked up, I needed a little notebook because I've been checking my blood sugar, and I need to, well, I've been recording it in my, another notebook, but I needed something smaller to keep in here with my AccuCheck stuff. So, and my insurance company called me, told me to just go ahead and keep the notebook, and just keep my blood pressure and my blood sugar log all together. So I just got a notebook for all that, because I like to stay organized, and it's just a little line, and it's textured, because, you know, I'm a little bougie person. I like to be bougie. So I got that. And then I got this because it was just cute. It's a Crafter Square diamond painting keychain. It's a pizza. It comes with the little diamond art kit. And that's what I got from Dollar Tree. And then I got some Happy Mail from Pinky Jean, of all people. Thank you, Pinky Jean. Let's see what is in here. There's a sticker in here that says, I always thank God for you. 1 Corinthians 4:4. And the back says, you're flamazing. You are flamazing too. Let's see. I gotta be careful because she be getting you with these. She be putting stuff in here. The card says, thinking of you. So the lighthouse. Oh, it wasn't too bad this time. It was only 2 things in here. I was scared for nothing. It's 2 emojis. Match my notebook. I'm gonna stick them in here somehow. And there is a keychain in here. And a little card. May the Lord watch between you and me when we are absent one from another. Genesis 31:49. Oh, I remember when I was younger, that's what they used to say when we would leave away from each other. When someone would leave, they would have us say that. But when I read that in the Bible, I remember it meaning something else. I forgot where I think that meant something else though. I'm gonna have to read that again. I think my family was saying that in the wrong context. I do believe. But I could be wrong. But I think they were wrong. Thank you for being such a great subscriber. Please know that you are cared for and are lifted up in prayer. Just me, Jean. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Proverbs 3:5. The King James Version. Thank you so much, Jean. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Well, that is all I got for now. My daughter-in-law also bought me something to eat for now. And actually, it's dinner time. And so I got something to eat for tomorrow lunch too. So I got me some Subway. So I'm about to enjoy my dinner. And like I said, I just filmed my tea time. So I'm going to enjoy my tea. And I will call you back. Here I have started knitting the Gabby hoodie for my granddaughter. I have already cast on, and I believe I'm working row 1 right here. The person that wrote the pattern, who sold it on Etsy, did reach back out to me and did explain the pattern to me. But I had already figured what she had written on row 3 out for myself pretty much. But, you know, I'm glad she did reach out and confirm, you know, what it actually meant. But, so, yeah. But I did, but I do understand what the pattern is trying to say. So yeah, so this is me, you know, starting it. As of editing this video, I hadn't got no further than row 3. Hey y'all, so I just came back from babysitting. I finished the Cheshire Cat inspired Cat Ear Beanie. So I got this finished and get that packed up and scheduled to be picked up tomorrow. I also finished the body, well, the head of the, what's this called? The dragon skull dice bag. This is by Heather from Strings and Thread out of the Fantastic Fantasy Dice Bag Crochet Patterns. So I got the body just finished. This one is a lot of work. I won't be making this one again. This is gonna be a one-off. If somebody wants this bag, I'm gonna put it up for sale on my Etsy, and if they want it, they want it, and once it's gone, it's gone. But like I said, I got the first black part done. The white bag, the black bag, and the white horn and the eye sockets. I got that done. But it's a lot of work to this bag. I mean, this dice bag. So, but this is so cute. So I got that done. I'm making me some cold brew iced tea. I bought me some cold brew this time when I went to the grocery store because I wanted to try that out instead of boiling my iced tea. I like that better. It's faster. So I waiting on that to steep so I can drink me some iced tea. And I think I'm going to finally, after I pack this up, I'm gonna lose my daylight. I was going to say I was going to finally pull out my new sewing machine and finally figure out how to get started, how to use it, because I want to do a quilt project soon. But I think I want that to be a weekend project when I got more time. It's just I've been busy these last few weekends. I haven't had a chance to get to it. So hopefully this weekend I'll be free. I don't know yet though, because my oldest son, he has to go to Atlanta to record songs for the album, their album. So I don't know if I'm babysitting. And then my daughter, she has scheduled overtime hours, so I don't know if she needs me to babysit. So I don't know how my weekend is going to look. And there's also Comic-Con this weekend. I've never gotten to go, and I was hoping I was going to get to go. I was going to actually ask my son, but since he got to go to Atlanta, he's not going to be able to take me, so I don't think I'm going to be able to go this year either. You know, there's always next year, but hopefully this weekend, if I'm free, I can tackle that sewing machine and figure out how to work it, because I'm excited about it. It's just I've been so busy since I got it. I haven't had a chance to sit down and read the instructions or find me a video to see how to work it, because I haven't done any quilting since I got it, so I haven't needed to use it yet. But there's some quilt projects that I want to get started on soon, so I will need to use it, because as y'all know, my brother just doesn't like quilting. It doesn't like quilting. It just rejects it. It lets me do the bare minimum. But I want to learn to do more. So I want to learn how to use my new one. So yeah, that is my goal for this weekend if it's possible. But yeah, so now I'm about to just do this, pack this up. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. So I'm going to do this. And also, I'm going to do this while I listen to the full cast of Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban on Audible. So good. So good. And you know what I could do tonight? I could do some puzzling. Could do some puzzling. That's what I can do. Because this is my last order for right now. I can do some puzzling. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm actually going to close out. So thank you for taking time to watch. Please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified whenever I'm forgetting the words. I'm not gonna edit this out. Don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified whenever I post another video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.